Hello, ladies, and welcome to our 30 Days of Vibrant Vitality Challenge. I am here with a very special guest today. This is Caitlin, and she's going to be teaching us about essential oils and how you can make them super healthy and super cost-effective at home for you and your family. So Caitlin is a mama of Bella. Bella is 5 years old, and Caitlin also lives in Catalina Island, California, and her partner have a business called Avalon Oil Life, that they make their own homemade bath and beauty products and home products to share with the community and beyond. So Caitlin works with doTERRA, and again, she has her own business and she loves doing this, and she really wants to share with us her story of how she used essential oils and at-home products to help support her own healing process and how we can help do the same. So she'll share a couple of recipes of how we can use essential oils internally and externally, and also how we can use them for our home as well. So I'll turn it over to Caitlin now. And Caitlin, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, all right. Hi, everybody. So like Korea said, my name's Caitlin, and I live here in Catalina Island. And I just wanted to share a little bit of a testimony of my own healing journey. It kind of started with me, actually, when I was breastfeeding my daughter. I developed this really bad skin rash on the back of my neck, and through going to a dermatologist, discovered that I had psoriasis. And they did prescribe a topical cream for me, which actually just, it was a steroid cream, and it just inflamed it even more. And I was losing sleep. I was absolutely miserable. So I started reaching out and looking for other alternatives to see if there was something out there that could help me. And so with essential oils, I believe that it's just another tool that we have, along with changing our diet and exercising. It's just another tool that we can use in our health journey. So I ended up taking a class actually about a year and a half ago, and discovered that there were some essential oils that I could use for my skin to help heal it. And I started using them topically, and I started sleeping, sleeping through the night for the first time in a long time. And so I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm having relief. This isn't making it inflamed like it normally is. And so I started looking for other ways that I could use essential oils in my family's life. And because I do have a daughter, at that time she was 4, I believe. And I had gotten quite a few essential oils in a little doTERRA kit. And about 2 weeks after the kit arrived, my daughter came down with hand, foot, and mouth disease, which if you go to the doctor like we did, they will tell you it's a virus. You have to let it run through their system, and it's very contagious, and there's a good chance that the rest of your family might get sick too. So as a mom, it was a couple weeks before Christmas. I thought, oh man, the rest of us can't get this. We're going over town to see family. This is awful. So I reached out to a friend of mine who uses essential oils as well, and I thought, is there anything in this kit that I got that I could use on her for her skin and helping her support her immune system to fight this off? And also for the rest of us too, because at that point we had Jackson, who we were fostering for a couple years, and I thought, I don't want him to get it. I don't want my husband and I to get it. This is really bad. She had some spots on her nose and around her mouth. At that point, she did not have any spots on her hands or her feet. So my friend gave me a blend. She said, okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to put some tea tree oil, some On Guard, which is it's called the Protective Blend. And it has clove and cinnamon, wild orange, all of these great oils that are antibacterial. It can help support your immune system. And so she said, On Guard, the tea tree, she said, you're going to want to use frankincense. Frankincense is a great one for supporting your immune system. And the lavender as well, because lavender is good for skin issues. So she said, put all that in a 2-ounce spray bottle with fractionated coconut oil. Obviously, she's little, so we want to dilute it more than as an adult. So I put it in a spray bottle, and I sprayed it on cotton pads, and I just started putting it on the sores around on her face. And then I started spraying it on all of our spines, because one of the ways that you can use oils topically to get them in your system is actually spray them on your back. So I sprayed it on Jackson's back, my husband's back, my back. I sprayed it on her back. We did it a couple times a day. I kept doing the cotton pads so I wouldn't, I used a spray bottle so I wouldn't spread the spots around, as opposed to, you can get the roller bottles. But I didn't want to roll it anywhere else on her face. So that's why I used the cotton pads with the spray bottle. And I kid you not, within 24 hours, the spots on her nose and her cheeks cleared up. She had some spots still underneath her lip, because she kept licking her lips. And so those healed on their own. But the hand, foot, and mouth never spread to her hands or her feet, and the rest of us did not get it. It was incredible. So my husband, who was very skeptical when I got these oils, he said, okay, are you a hippie? Are you using these snake oils? So what's going on? He looked at me and he said, okay, what else do you have in this kit? This is huge. If you see it work on your own child, then I'm sold, I got to keep using these products. So I started researching different ways to use essential oils. Now I do use doTERRA essential oils, which, like Young Living, they are safe for internal use. Many of them are. And the ones that are safe for internal use are the ones that it would be something that your body would recognize as food. So for example, eucalyptus is not something that you would take internally. We don't eat eucalyptus ourselves. It's something that our body would not recognize as food, so you would not take this internally. But something like lemon, we can have lemon in our water. We use lemon for cooking, all of that. So lemon you can take internally. And there's, in fact, a supplements facts box on the bottle that says, for internal use, dilute 1 drop in 4 ounces of liquid. So it tells you exactly how to use it, which is great. Lemon is something I love to use in my water. It's a great detoxifier to help support your kidneys and your liver and just helping everything run smoothly. It also is, because it's a citrus oil, it's a great antibacterial oil, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. But yeah, I love taking these essential oils internally. It's just, I use, for example, lavender. So lavender is something that we can take internally. So I'll just put, if I'm having trouble sleeping or winding down, I'll put a drop or 2 in a cup of warm water, a decaffeinated tea, and it just helps me just calm down and ready to go to bed. So that's a great tool as well. And it's just a great way to help support those systems of our body. So for myself, I will take the oils internally. I do not have Bella take them internally yet because she's small. And so I use the oils topically on her, and I will use them aromatically with her within the diffuser. So I'll put lavender and On Guard in her diffuser every night. And that just helps support her immune system. I was actually very surprised because she was in kindergarten this last year, and she came home sick with a cold, I think twice. I got it both times, but because we were using the oils and supporting our immune systems in other ways, the cold lasted for 3 days and we were over it. Whereas before it would last weeks and weeks and just wouldn't go away. So it's a great way to help to continue to support your family. As you know, there's all kinds of sickness running around out there. And so whatever tools we can use to help with that, then that's great. So with my skin, like I said, essential oils are a tool. I started using them topically. I started using them internally. Frankincense not only helps with your immune system, but it actually helps with cellular restoration. So for skin issues, that actually is related to your gut health. And so we want to heal ourselves from the inside out. So I started taking digestive enzymes that can help break down the food in my system. I started taking frankincense and some other supplements like vitamins that have frankincense in them to help with my cellular health. And I have noticed a huge change in that. And so I'm learning even more just through this group about how to just continue to change my diet and things that cause those flare-ups. So I'm in the process of removing dairy and gluten from my diet because that's a huge one. So I think all of these are great tools that we can use for whatever issues we have. And then lastly, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how easy it is to make your own products at home. Like Korea said, I have a small business with a friend of mine, and we make our own products. We have them in a couple stores here in Avalon, so that's very exciting. But it's I became passionate about making my own products because I was noticing different ways that I was feeling when I would use harsher chemicals, or with the psoriasis on the back of my neck, I was noticing sensitivities to things like parabens and lauryl sulfates and things that would cause it to be irritated. So I thought, I need to look at more natural options for my skin so that this doesn't happen. And I started researching just making my own cleaning products at home because there's so many harsh chemicals out there, and that's going through our skin into our bodies, and I was feeling sick using some of these things. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to use anything that says, call the poison control center if this is, ingested by my daughter. If I can use things that are more natural, then that's a win-win. So I just wanted to share a little bit of just a super easy all-purpose cleaner spray that you can make. I chose to get a glass spray bottle, but you can get a recycled, I think it's recycled number 2 plastic bottle. It's one that the plastic doesn't break down as easily. So you'll either want one of those or a glass spray bottle, like I said. And the recipe is really, really simple. You can use, so let's use some common essential oils that people might have. Okay, so lemon and lavender, those are pretty common. You want to do 30 drops of essential oil total. So if I'm using 2 of these, I want to do 15 drops lavender and 15 drops lemon. I'll put it in the bottom of the spray bottle, and then a quarter cup of the distilled white vinegar, and then 1 3/4 cup of distilled water, and shake it up really good, and it makes a great all-purpose cleaner. Citrus oils, like I said before, are very antibacterial, so you can clean your counters with them, and it's a great tool. Vinegar is great for cleaning as well, and it's something that I don't feel sick after I use it. My kitchen smells good and fresh. I could even have Bella spray down the table for me and wipe down the table, and I don't feel like she's using something that's toxic to her either. So so that's a little recipe for you. You can also use, if you have thieves oil or On Guard oil at home, that's a great one. They actually did tests on that oil, and it's on countertops, and they discovered that it worked better at killing bacteria than bleach. So they did it side by side, and this worked great. So I personally love to use On Guard in there just because it has those extra oils that are antibacterial and antifungal, and I love the smell of it. It's got that kind of spicy orangey smell, which smells great. And then a couple of other antibacterial oils. So if you wanted to do orange, eucalyptus, and peppermint, that's an option too, and you would just do 10 drops of each. So whatever combination you use, you just do 30 drops essential oil, and I'll post on the comments what the recipes are. So that's one all-purpose spray. You can use things like baking soda, lemon oil, and water to make a natural goo gone. Like if you wanted to use, I love these mason jars. I use spaghetti sauce jars, and I use them for drinking glasses. So to take the labels off, I'll soak them in warm soapy water for a little while, and then I will use this kind of paste with baking soda and lemon oil and water to remove the sticky label off of the jar. So you don't have to have Goo Gone. You don't have to have these harsh chemicals. It's super easy to use essential oils and other products like baking soda and vinegar in your home that you probably already have to make products. So I love making not only cleaners, but natural sugar scrubs. I do all kinds of roll-on bottles with different oils. Like I said, yeah, I personally, I do essential oils internally, topically, and aromatically to just help support my body. So right now I have spearmint in my water right now, which is great. And yeah, I think that's about it. So that's all for today. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. And that's it.
Alrighty. Thank you, Caitlin. That was so fun. My favorite part was the Goo Gone because I'm just like you all say, like spaghetti jars or any glass jars. I'm like a glass jar hoarder.
It's like, I don't want to throw this away. Can be used for so many things.
So many things. So thank you. And then something that came to my mind when you were talking about the all-purpose cleaner, especially with Bella or anybody who has little kids or nieces and nephews, is like, especially if you use, like lemon or lavender, those things that we can ingest naturally and, don't use eucalyptus or whatnot. I imagine, could you clean like kids' toys with that? And then that would be okay because I know they put everything in their mouth.
Yeah, because if it's vinegar, water, and then the oil, then you're not using the harsh chemical. I actually, I didn't say this because it's a doTERRA product, but let me show this to you real quick. So this is actually what I like to use. I didn't say it because I wanted to do what everybody, what everybody likes to use in the spray bottle. But so they have this On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and when you look at a spray bottle, a regular chemical, all-purpose spray, it'll say, call the Poison Control Center. If you ingest this, to keep out of reach of children, do not use on your skin, like all of this stuff, right? And then it says, caution. It does say keep out of reach of children. If cleaner gets in eyes, rinse thoroughly with water. If swallowed, drink a glass of water to dilute. So it's not even like call the Poison Control Center. It's like drink a glass of water and you'll be fine.
Nice. Water's good to drink anyways.
I feel a lot better using that than, the other the other stuff. So yeah, I think with the other oils like the lemon and vinegar, it's all natural products. So yeah, I would think that it would be safe for kids, and it's diluted enough,
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to share with us. And I know we have a couple of essential oil experts in here, but it's great because so many ladies have been asking about like natural remedies or alternatives to pharmaceuticals or ways to do like fun DIY healthy natural products at home. And I know that we can go to stores and buy natural products these days, especially for those of us who live in California, but it's so empowering and fun. And like you were saying, even cost effective to just do it yourself at home. So I look forward to reading your recipes in the comments. And do you have any final words for the ladies? Any thoughts?
Let me think. Oh, I would just encourage everybody to go on Pinterest too, because there are so many recipes on Pinterest for different cleaners or different sprays that you can make at home. Ideas for sugar scrubs or things. I know we want to try to limit ingesting sugar ourselves, but that's a great thing to exfoliate our skin with, if you have it at home. And also, one thing that I like to use, so I just have coffee here. Coffee, actually, the caffeine in coffee is great for cellulite. So if you're doing the dry brushing, like you're talking about, and then if you make a scrub with coffee, brown sugar, coconut oil, and just a couple of your favorite oils. I use clove and cassia because they're kind of spicy oils, kind of similar to coffee. And then rub that on your legs too. That actually can help reduce cellulite on your skin. So you can use more, there's so many products you have at home that you can use for, oh, here's Bella. Do you want to come say hi? Her hair's kind of messy, but say hi.
Hi, Bella.
Hi. you have anything you want to say about oils? No? She's like, nope.
Well, thank you so much again. And one question that I do ask all the ladies who come on to share with the group is, what is one of your top health tips overall, just in general, that you would share?
Top health tips. I would say if you have, because I myself have skin issues, if you have skin issues like eczema and psoriasis, just really look at diet stuff, because that's been a huge one. Korea has been encouraging me with, and I had already removed dairy, but gluten is a big one too. And just when you have those kind of skin issues, your skin is inflamed, and so if you can stay away from those anti-inflammatory foods, that's going to help heal your skin from the inside out. Mm-hmm. So because it does relate to your gut. Oh, she took her vitamins. Okay. Or she took her vitamins.
Good advice, and I totally agree. Thank you again. Caitlin's been in this group forever. Well, the group's been around for a month. So she's been in this group since the start. And if you have any comments or questions, please just tag Caitlin below, and I'm sure she'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, definitely.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.